Grass. No, I didn't see the video.
You showed me the video as well. Yeah, it looked nasty.
Was it?
Yeah.
Big hit?
Yeah, just a little rear came round on him and he went up and over the top. As can happen quite a lot in Supermoto when they're trying to get that rear slid. Here is Lorenzo Dalla Porta, who yesterday was third fastest. He went faster in the afternoon, didn't have a great morning session on the Leopard bike. But for me, Dalla Porta, in terms of his consistency so far this year, 3 second places so far this year, still to win. But I was watching coming onto the straight. We'll talk about Gabriel Rodrigo in a second, but Dalla Porta's bike, again, like it has been at so many races this year, pulling out of that final corner quicker than anyone. And on this track, the run to the line isn't that long, but he was getting past people before the line. Something about the way they have his bike geared, or maybe his size. He's quite small.
He is small.
He's stocky, but he's small, is Lorenzo. But that's been constant throughout this year.
We've seen it at various rounds this year. It definitely jumps off the corner. So either the team are doing something slightly better than the rest in terms of setup, or these guys pre-season they have an option to select a second gear. So with KTM, everyone in this field has 2 options of gear, and KTM, they just give you your 2 second gears, whereas Honda might give you 5 options and the team can choose the 2 they want. So perhaps we see it from Leopard, we see it from Suzuki with the 658s. Well, they have something with that Honda that allows them just to jump off the turn, normally those second gear corners. So my kind of perception of it is that maybe the team have just lucked on a slightly better gear ratio than some of the others.
First rider out as the green flag is waved at the end of pit lane is Raul Fernandez, the junior world champion. No short of that is Raul. He's a feisty little character. Great shot of him yesterday. You might be able to see on our Twitter page at BT Sport MotoGP was him testing the ground for how damp it was. I've seen riders do it with their foot, and I always think, can you tell too much? I'm told by you riders that it's something that happens. He decided to do it with his hand yesterday and even looked to see if there's any dampness on his palm.
Because I've touched my hand down on the ground before, and it hurts actually. It's because you don't anticipate how the leather breaks, but it acts as a brake when it touches the tarmac. But it seemed to glide quite gracefully. I'm not sure it was the slow-mo shot, and then he looked at his hand. It was quite a cool shot, to be fair.
They're all starting to make their way out. They always have a little pause at the start of the session, don't they, just before they make their way out onto the circuit. Here is your championship leader, Aaron Canet. He is a Valencian from Cullera, a bit to the north of Valencia. We've seen him consistently churning out the results so far this year. Gap at the front down to 3 points between himself and Lorenzo Dalla Porta. What I like is that it seems like a change in attitude from Canet. Still a little bit ragged around the track yesterday, though.
Yes, you know, you don't want to give away all that kind of edge and character he has, so a little bit for sure you got to look at in terms of his consistency. So even when he's been having a bad day, he brings it home solid points, and that leaves him top of the table. Whereas
in the past it'd be down the road.
Exactly,
which is what had happened to him, and he, he's won races, won 3 one season, didn't he? A couple of years ago he won 3 races, and you thought championship contender for the future, and it didn't happen last year. But he kept having problems trying to get it stopped and turned down into turn 1.
Yeah, he had a few wiggles on there yesterday, and it was this similar kind of, the bike got a little bit loose, and then he bailed out and just went down the what is the penalty lane at turn 1 to turn 2 this weekend.
He'll be telling the team, I was just checking the penalty loop, just making sure I knew which way to go around it. We go and see Darren Binder going off track. Again, these early laps, out lap really for Darren Binder. It's not going to worry too much about going out of the track limits there. I wonder if his exhaust has been refreshed for today.
A little bit of dust kicking off of Jan Onchu there down the front straight, so the track is still slightly dirty offline.